Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Those of you that will watch live, and then those that will catch it on the replay, I'm going to do it a little differently tonight. We're not going to do the intern, like what 3-minute intro with random images. We're just going to go right into it. So here we are with my two players. We've got Phil the Thrill playing Brick Kiernan and Max Boivin playing Alan Richer. Please check out the other game sessions if you want to know a little bit more about these characters, but I am confident that these players will be able to embody these characters in such a way that even if this is your first time tuning in, I think you should be able to get caught up here pretty quick. Screaming low in the desert, in the night, under a huge glowing moon, a matte black vessel streaks away from the floating casino. In the interior, at the controls, a young lady feverishly typing in commands as this vessel, this sleek ship, kicks up a spray of water and disturbs the palm trees on the canyon floor as it screams through this canyon, banking wildly as Isabel Branch, her hands flying over the controls, trying to keep some semblance of control. Sitting next to Isabel in the co-pilot seat is her mother, Clara Branch. The two of them illuminated by the red interior lights of the ship. In the back are Alan Richer and John Brick Kiernan. The internal dampening fields of the ship struggling to keep up with the erratic motions as Isabel pilots the ship towards what, by all accounts, looks like a dead end in this canyon.
After a quick shake, I pop over onto a console, available console, and I say, trying to strengthen these internal dampeners. Start typing away furiously at a keyboard.
I grab the chair of the pilot seat and I lean over and I take out the gun, Isabel's gun, and I hand it over to her. So you might need there, then you might not need it. Then
can you just hold on to it right now? I'm a little busy. If you can't see, Clara learns over. Isabel. She's pointing out the front windscreen of the shuttle. We're running out of canyon.
You know what the hell you're doing? I'm finishing some last commands.
You know, I'm a bit of a pilot myself.
She takes just a moment to glare up at Alan. Not a good time.
I chuckle audibly. Ha!
Clara is grip the armrests of her acceleration couch in the co-pilot seat. She's leaning back. Isabel. The ship's heading straight for a canyon wall.
Just looking out the view thing, I say, Alan, she's gonna kill us.
I sink back in my seat and I take down my tobacco and I start rolling a cigarette. And I shrug.
My eyes, Clara, but I gotta look at the console still.
Clara shrieks in alarm as the ship passes right through the canyon wall, revealing it to be a clever hologram. Isabel immediately reverses the thrust of the ship as the bow of the ship flares up as it kills its forward momentum, revealing the actual canyon wall hidden behind this clever hologram. See, I told you it was here.
Wow, he really was a collector, I say.
I dust off the tobacco that all fell on me when the ship broke, and I start rolling again. Peek quickly through a window.
I stand up, walk over behind Isabel, and just kind of put my hand on her chair, looking out the view screen.
Outside the view screen, illuminated by the moon that is full, as it normally is, over the planet Eberline, the canyon has an indentation, as you see, a large opening at the bottom of the canyon, and goes deeper underground. A very large cave. Isabel types a few commands on the ship's console, and the ship settles gently down, the slight puff of dust as it lands on this dry canyon floor. We don't have much time. I've got to get this key. I'm going to be flying blind here a little bit, but we don't have much time.
Hopefully they don't get any smart ideas about looting this vault right away. I walk over to the door controls, hit a big button.
Actuators open the door, and there the ramp extends down to the dusty canyon floor.
I light up my cigarette. I look at the gun from the skull face that I stole from. Look how the ammo in it.
Fully loaded.
So you got any guns on board?
Clara looks around. Isabel, is there any guns? She hits a panel on the side of the wall, and a locker opens up. There's some sidearms there, similar in design to the one that Alan holds from Isabel.
Grab one of the cleaner ones, and
long, slender barrel. A fine looking weapon.
Shove it in my duster. Inside pocket, built just for this.
I get up my chair, I stretch. I turn toward Isabel and I say, this hologram wall, you probably could have gone through if you went a bit slower and save your mother some stress.
I'm not really worried about that right now. It's just time. I'm worried we don't have much time. Divot was crafty.
You only have one mother. You need to take care of her.
Clara speaks up. I'll be okay. I'll just wait here. I'll keep an eye on things. Keep the ship hot, as it were. I do know some piloting myself, she says as she shifts in the co-pilot seat.
I grab a headset communicator off the wall and put it on, and I say, "We'll keep in touch with you." And I walk down the ramp of the ship, gun drawn.
A small voice through the communicator. This is Clara. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, John?
It's working.
Okay. I'll let you know if anyone else arrives.
I walk down the ramp following Brick. One hand in my pocket, the other hand just holding my cigarette and smoking. I stretch. All right, let's do this.
I look around for a moment, and then I slap, kind of give a tap to Alan in the gut, and I say, "We're gonna get our freaking ship back, man."
And maybe more.
That's right. Yeah. So you're the ship. He took your ship. That was your ship that he took. I saw the tug coming in this direction. It was the one that confirmed that this is the location I'm looking for. Isabel
it was the ship that was in our possession. Yes.
Yes, it's our ship.
Right. I remember the conversation with Divot. It's not quite, well, who cares? Possession's 9/10 of the law, I suppose, especially in Eberline. She takes out the metal key that she lifted off Divot's corpse, or at least his metallic body.
I'd say it's 10/10 now.
We don't have much time, she says.
Cave.
Taking out from her pocket a small flashlight, she illuminates the white beam stabs into the inky darkness of the cave entrance. Isabel starts walking.
I pull out a handheld device and try to trigger it, see if trying to get out a receiving signal from my drone.
Click, click, click. And a return signal bounces back. It's faint, refracting off perhaps the interior rock, but the connection is made. Drone coming online.
I walk nonchalantly toward the opening in the rock.
I'm following, I'm kind of lagging behind now, playing with this device in my hand. I say, hey, I got him.
Oh,
Zero.
so we're close, I guess.
Yeah, Zero's giving me a signal back.
That's good news.
And start heading down the cave.
The cave opens up to a much larger space. Catwalks suspended, power cables around. There, in a pool of floodlights, in the center of a large open warehouse, a cavernous opening, lies the horizon. There's some crates around it, and some heavy cables that are attached at hard points on the horizon, allowing it to be lifted. Far up ahead, above head, there's an opening is visible from this side of this underground vault.
It's like Alibaba lived there.
I say, wait a second. Oh, what's the key for? I look over at Isabella. Did we need the key to get through the hologram?
No, there's something else, she whispers. But it should be defended. I was expecting more opposition than this.
There should be a guard somewhere.
She pulls out a handgun and primes it. The supercapacitors in the grip of the handgun hum to life. Zing.
I pull out the revolver from Skullface and I flick it on my finger.
Look over at Alan and I say, we got to get to the horizon. Should we just go straight there, or?
Well, I wish you luck.
Let's try to be a bit subtle.
Yeah. Good luck, Isabella.
Good luck, Isabella.
I take it you have a ride back then? She points at off in the distance where the horizon's illuminated and its makeshift landing pad.
Yeah. I sure hope so. Yeah.
All right. Well,
we'll see you back on the station. We'll come visit.
She heads down another corridor, a narrower corridor, heads deep into the rock.
I throw my cigarette on the floor and I step on it. I look at Brick. So should I go peek her in front a bit?
I say, let's just see if she triggers any alarms for a second.
All right. I lean down against the wall.
And I say,
playing the gun.
Clara, your daughter's gone off looking for something. We lost her. Good luck to you.
Oh, I take it you're not coming back, John. Is Isabella okay?
Yes.
All right. Well, good luck to you then.
Shrug it, Alan.
I'm sure. I think the hologram's messing with the sensors a little bit. Seems like there may be something on its way.
I look at Alan and I say, something's on its way, maybe.
That's to be expected, eh?
I was hoping that Divot's death would get him a little distorted, but a bunch of criminals, they're all probably waiting for the chance to come over here.
Well, there's a ship out there, so that's probably going to give you some distraction.
Let's just get to the horizon. I don't think we can wait.
All right.
Well, you're the expert with all this steel and shit. Look around. Maybe I can find a panel or something. See if there's any kind of security locks on the horizon. You see anything that looks like a security panel around here, Alan?
That's more your wheelhouse than mine, man. If you see
All
like
right.
the old-fashioned lock, let me know. I'm good with those.
Well, we're gonna have to go up a level either way.
I'll go sneak around a bit,
All right.
and I head forward toward the nearest like kind of crate that I can hide behind.
I just looking around, seeing if I can try to spot a computer terminal nearby.
A little ways away, into the near an elevator that goes up to the second level catwalk. A terminal is plugged into some heavy duty wires that provide data link and power. The terminal's standby screen is there.
Rub my hands together and shake my hands out and walk over towards that terminal.
The terminal's proximity sensor picks up the motion. It comes to life, asking for a prompt.
Okay, I type in commands /commands, try to get some information out of it. Act like I know what the hell I'm doing.
Go ahead and roll.
Potential crit. No crit.
Success. Into the root of the commands, it brings up an inventory list. Or the cavern itself looks like it's very poorly organized. In the digital files are comprehensive. There's vehicles, artwork, commodities, and a few other strange entries. One for volatile collection, and then another one that says personal.
I'm moving forward, like hiding from in the side of the wall, and then like bending in front of the crate, peeking around, see if like there's anybody moving. Slowly inching my way toward the horizon.
There's circulation in the air as large air exchangers move the air around. Far above, fans lazily turn, the moonlight filtering through, and then a low rumble in the floor. Thum, thum, thum.
Oh,
just typing away.
Something heavy is coming this way.
Take a quick glance into the personal folder just to see what he's got in there.
What comes up there? A number of inventory items of life support, medical equipment, a cornucopia of drugs, pharmaceuticals, expensive equipment, prosthetics, gene treatments, and beds, medical beds, suspension beds.
I take a note of where the directory says their locations are at.
It's down the same hallway that Isabel ran down.
I walk along the rough wall of the cavern, and I'm looking for a place where that seems scalable, that I can climb to the next level.
The cavern walls are rough, providing many handholds to the adventurous.
I rub my hand, dry them on my jacket, and I start scaling
Thumb, thumb. His
Sa-
hands on the rock itself rather than a computer terminal feel the vibrations scaling up the side of the wall. Success.
Yeah, I'm slowly making my way up, moving toward like the little catwalk.
Standing at the computer terminal, I'm typing away, and I hit the communicator. I say, "Hey, Claire, you still there?"
Sorry, I'm getting a lot of interference. Can you say
What?
again? Can you say again?
Staticky in the earpiece. I said, "Are you still?" I just type. I take the headset off, put it down, put on a different headset that has optics used to link to my drone, and I try to bring my drone online.
The drone comes up. The frequency is not interfered with for some reason. In the small display, the familiar interior of the horizon is seen.
I'm gonna start flying it around, see if there's power internally.
The hallways do have power. The ship is still in standby mode, which it was when it was left on landing pad 17.
I'm grabbing to the little catwalk and I'm edging myself over the little railing. And then I crouch down and I lean against the wall below the window of the little like niche that is built into the wall, and I peek in it.
There's the universal on the wall through the window, the universal symbol for explosive contents.
I
AM3 maybe.
now searching for AM3 specifically.
Sure enough,
on the console.
On the console, under the volatile collection, a store of thorium, but more importantly, a full canister of AM3.
I look around, see if I can spot Alan. But he's good at his job. Can't see him. And hit the button to call the elevator.
The elevator comes down, not creaky, well oiled, silent as it descends. Settles on the bottom in just a few seconds.
I take my personal communicator and I try to reach for a brick.
My headset comes alive with a
brick. I'm up on the catwalk. I think I might find some fuel here.
I'm glad you brought your communicator. I didn't think you had it. Yeah, it's should be marked volatile up there.
There's a big sign that's explosive.
That's pretty explosive. They also got some thorium, but we should be full. I don't think they've been in our ship yet.
Wow, whatever. Yeah,
Still
we're not too bad on thorium. We can get some, right? We can get some, but AM3 is a...
I'm gonna come up this elevator on the left side. Can you make sure I don't get any surprises on the way out?
Yeah, I'll cover your back. I'm on the other side of the catwalk.
All right, we'll talk more then. I walk towards the elevator.
I get closer a bit. I advance a bit on the catwalk, hiding behind crates and like stuff that has been left around, not organized yet. Gun in hand.
Shut this massive gate. hit the large number 2 button.
The small service elevator climbs silently yet quickly.
Just looking around.
Halfway up, there's a sudden blast of heat that rushes in from the entrance of the cave. Red fire illuminates the cave entrance. A half second later, crash! A deafening boom as something has exploded just outside the cave. The entire cave shakes. Some smoke issues in, along with this fireball from whatever it was that exploded just outside.
I clinch up, highly aware of being in an elevator. This is the whole mountain shift.
It rattles somewhat, and then
As a
continues
reaction, I
its
turn toward
descent.
the entrance, pointing my gun there. And I'm just thinking, like, shit, we need to move fast. And I go in the door of the place I was looking through the window with the explosive sign. Get in there.
Hit the communicator. I guess they're here. I don't want to leave without this AM3. There's no other AM3 anywhere in the sector. See.
Back down on the main floor, where the console was, Isabel emerges. She's carrying a small metal rectangle that has a handle on it. Looks like a server rack, small server rack. She has that in her hand. She turns, seeing the fire coming from the entrance. She screams out in anguish, "No!" and then falls to her knees, the server rack in her lap, as she is distraught. Again, the shaking is felt. Boom. Boom.
We'll need to pick her up, and I put the communicator back in my pocket. I'm driving. I'm running to in this room where the supposedly keep explosive thing up. Slamming my hand on the button to open the door. Looking around quickly.
A cool air as mist pools out from the opening door. Noticeably cooler in here.
In the elevator, as the doors open, second floor, I swapping out my headsets real quick and I say, Clara, are you there?
Nothing.
Clara.
Nothing. Dead air.
Fuck.
I scan around the room and I grab one of the Uber dolly that is there, utility cart kind of thing. And then I keep scanning. Okay, thorium. Where's the AM3?
In a separate area behind a thick protective glass, shielded from the other types of fuel, a metal canister. It's 4 metal canisters all joined into one. The size of half the size of a 25-gallon container, essentially. Enough AM3 to easily power the Horizon.
It's a bingo.
I step out of the elevator and start running towards the Horizon.
Behind.
Go ahead and pull my gun out.
Boom. Boom. Now entering the cavern, maybe 100 feet, 250 feet away from Isabel, who's on her knees, weeping. A new creature, construct, something appears. It's massive. It's let me see if I can find it.
Oh shit.
Easily 25 feet tall, with the same aesthetic as the ruffians, the iron hands of Divot Ellsworth. red lights on its chest and issuing from its head, its eyes. Smoke is coming from a barrel extending from its left forearm. Moves slow, ponderous, heavy.
I'm pushing the dolly toward the AM3, and I'm starting like to wrangle those barrel, like not that big, but this thing is dense as hell, so it's super heavy. I'm like struggling to load it on the dolly. Put it up there.
I'm at the horizon, typing in that security code. Look over and see the giant mechanical robot walking down the catwalk, and I say, "Isabella, get out of there!" Just yell it at the top of my lungs.
She looks. Isabel looks over. Her cheeks stained by her tears. She looks up, hopeless, at you, and then back at this creature, and it takes one ponderous step on this rock, crushing the smaller rocks and pebbles underneath its tonnage. She scrambles to her feet and with a dash runs towards the service elevator.
I'm turning around with the dolly. I'm pushing it toward the door. On the way there, I grab like a cylinder of like thorium, put it on top of the dolly as well. And then I'm rushing out of that room toward the horizon.
The casters on the dolly rattling around on the metal grates of the catwalk towards this landing pad.
The ramp comes down on the horizon, and I swap back the headsets, and I go, "Doo-doo-doo-doo," and my small drone comes flying out of the ramp, and I gesture with my hand towards the large robot, and the drone just starts rocketing towards it.
A metallic voice echoes through this large cavern, this big vault. "You thieves, you think you're going to just get away that easy?" The voice sounds less metallic, but older, frail. "Nobody takes what's mine."
I'm just getting out of the room as this voice is echoing in the cavern. And I turn around as I look at this first glance on that huge robot. I was like, "Fucking did it." And I keep pushing toward the horizon.
I yell out, "David, is that you?"
Of course it's not me. Well, yes, it's me, but it's just one of me. It's more than enough to deal with you. It lifts its arm, and the mechanical construction, this big robot, a small port opens up on its right forearm this time. Some barrels extend and start spinning as the Gatling gun that's emerged from its arm tries to track the fast-moving drone as it comes in. Bullets spray out. The drone is fast. Roll defense for drone.
It's 5+ to hit it.
Every sixth round or so is a tracer. It leaves a red streak through the air as the ponderously slow robot is unable to catch this drone as it streaks through, drawing its attention. Bullets ricochet off loudly from the interior of this large space.
I run up into the horizon. My concentration is split between controlling the drone. I'm just sending it around the mega divot, going in circles around his head, big circles. And I'm trying to keep, and I move over towards the engine room and start trying to bring some engines online.
I'm pushing the dolly like straight toward the ramp of the horizon, and then I start like pushing the whole thing like on the ramp straight on the ship, and I yell like, "Brick, come help me pull that thing!"
I'm
Behind-
busy. I'm like trying to flip things.
Behind
tables.
Alan and his cart full of highly volatile fuel, the service elevator makes its way back down to the ground floor where Isabel waits, feverishly pounding on the summons button to get it.
Say, I'm trying to like reactivate some of the thrusters. It's like, you really did a number on on these thrusters, Alan.
Roll
Well-
engineering.
It won't matter much if we cannot fucking get the fuel in. And I try to push the cart up the ramp, but this AM3 thing is heavy as hell.
The mech.
Brick. I could hit a hand. I could use a hand here.
You want to leave? Start running around. I say, why don't you get Isabella up here? She could help you push things around.
Where's she now?
She's waiting on the elevator.
Oh,
The elevator now halfway back up towards the second catwalk.
I go around
The robot takes another shot. This time, gets lucky, hits the drone. The drone gets smashed into bits as high velocity rounds splinter the drone into a shower of sparks. You're not going anywhere. You're
Half
going to
blinded.
leave my stuff alone. The mech takes another few big steps in, and then its gun arm turns towards the service elevator as it reaches the top of this catwalk, and Isabel stumbles out of it.
I run around the dolly and I climb on the ship, leaving it at the bottom of the ramp. And I go to the cockpit and I start like turning up flipping a switch.
I'm I watch him run by and I say, "Where's the M3?"
There by the fucking ramp. I can't fucking getting in.
What do you mean you can't get it in? And I run down the ramp.
You know what fucking heavy that shit is?
At the bottom of the ramp, I see the Isabella stumbling out of the elevator.
She's off the elevator. In her hand is a small rectangular server blade. She runs towards the landing pad of the horizon, but at that same time, the mech levels its Gatling gun, and he sprays the catwalk where she is. She dives to the ground, but gets caught. She falls badly. Now she's crawling, blood trailing behind.
I look around.
I turn back toward the ramps and I grab the front dolly and I look at Brick. I say, "Help me load that shit up."
I look around. I look at Alan. I look at Isabella. And I say, "Just one at a time." And I run over towards Isabella to try to help her. I'm desperately looking for like something of value that looks like it would be valuable, or some sort of weapon, just anything. In this
Crates
vault.
all around, all sorts of things cataloged.
I start I pull my gun out and I start shooting crates that aren't too close. I start shooting at them. Just random crates. I say,
Yeah, like Brick, we got to get out of here.
I say, you better let me leave, or I'm gonna blow up your
Stop
shit, David.
shooting my stuff. This mechanical voice says, "Stop it, John. You had suggested we be in business. That could still happen. Just stop shooting my stuff." The mech stops. The Gatling gun comes to a sudden stop as it hits a brake. It's just still holding, of course, motionless, right at Isabel, whose leg is hit badly. She's bleeding profusely, crawling, pushing the server blade in front of her. She tries in vain to crawl away. It's painfully slow.
As I get closer to her, I yell at well, let's discuss the terms in orbit.
No, you don't leave. You don't leave. She's got something of mine. She's got to leave it. Her gritted teeth, Isabel. No, you gotta get this. It's important.
I get out of the ship and I run toward Isabella. And I go and grab her.
She cries out in pain.
Server.
One of the rounds has mangled her left leg. It's bad shape. Probably broken.
I rip the package out of her hand.
It's a server.
And hold it. And I say, you want this?
Yes, just put it down. An old man's voice. Put it down.
I dangle it there.
No, don't drop it. Don't drop it.
And I look back at Alan and I say, get her on the ship.
Yeah, and I grab Isabella on my shoulder and I start running toward the ship.
She cries out, "Don't leave it. Don't leave it. Don't leave. We need it. I need it."
So you won't need anything if you're dead.
I just hang it there and I say, what is this thing, Divot? Dangling it from side to side.
Never you mind, Dad. That's my business. It's my business.
Is it worth my ship back and some AN3?
Sure. Yes, you.
Just
Yeah. It's worth that. It's worth it.
Look back over my shoulder at Alan. Watch him get close to the ship. Wait for him to get on.
Slight hum coming from that robot. It's like capacitors charging.
I yell, Brick, come on in. Let me help load that fucking AM3.
I run back towards the ship with the package and I say, you leave me alone, I'll leave it here.
And a scream of rage over the speakers. This old man lets loose this high-powered energy weapon from the left forearm of this robot. It erases the catwalk, just missing the volatile storage area, blasting a hole in the rock. The entire catwalk shakes, throwing John off balance as he roll to see if you. John falls.
Here it is.
Stumbles, but success. Keeps us on his feet.
I go, look for a way through back to the ship.
There, just a short distance away, maybe a couple 100 yards.
Start running full blast at it.
I drop Isabella like right at the entrance to the ship inside, and I go back to the cockpit and I start like really like I already started the takeoff routine. Now I'm continuing on that, getting the ship to over on its own.
Thum, thum, thum. Faster now. The robot walks, getting there's a hum on the right forearm. The barrels of the anti-personnel gun start spinning up again.
I'm sprinting as fast as I can towards the ramp. I see the AM3 just sitting there. I say, "Can you walk? You need to walk, Isabel." And I try to like wrap my arms around a big canister of AM3.
She I can't. My leg. It's like she's.
I say, "I guess you're dead
from
then."
her face.
I pull it up. I start trying to walk it into the ship.
It's heavy. Oh, it's really heavy. Into the ship as rounds start pinging off, firing. The robot has a bad angle. It's firing up from the ground level towards the second level. Most of the rounds going high and impacting on the far cavern wall, splintering rock, shattering into fragments. Dust growing as the tracers light up the cave.
I look over my shoulder and I see that Brick is inside. And I say, "Hang on to something and put that canister down."
Put it down with the server and
run.
I run over towards the ramp, but still holding on to one of the struts that hold the ramp. I try to reach out for Isabella in time.
She reaches out her hand.
Try to grab her. Ugh.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Success.
Grab her hand. Start trying to pull her in as the ship starts to take.
Cry in pain. Her face distorted from the pain of this leg that's mangled from that high velocity round. Blood smearing across the deck of the ramp of the Horizon. Rounds still, the ripping of the air as this Gatling gun continues to fire. Then click, 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 click. It runs empty.
I'm getting the ship off the platform. I'm sending it eye up, and then I let it drop. And just as the bottom of the ship get close to this big robot, I put the thruster on full blast.
Okay. Roll piloting.
While he's doing that, I fall back to try to.
I'm gonna make that a crit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not confirmed. You know what? Let's confirm it.
The wash of the thrusters, the main thrusters of the Horizon, a ship known for blockade running, blasts this robot. It teeters. The glowing of its left forearm as its main energy cannon recharges, discharges as it falls heavily onto its back, crushing crates and other things underneath it under its massive tonnage. The energy bolt flies up, hitting another area, narrowly missing the Horizon, that rockets up through the skylight or the glass that's letting the moonlight come in from the top of the cavern and into the evening sky over the desert canyon of Eberline.
These massive explosions happening all around me as we're almost vertical. I'm just like holding on to the strut as the ramp closes, trying to pull her in so that she doesn't get her feet cut off.
Yeah, I yell over my shoulder, "Are you all in?" And then I flip the switch to close the ramp.
I just try to pull her in. It's like, yeah.
Great effort. The ramp closes, and exhausted,
It's like
Isabel lies there, covered in blood from her leg that is mangled from just above the knee.
slow. I just like take a couple deep breaths after that exertion.
She says, her eyes closing.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, good. I'm so cold. She starts shivering.
I'm aiming the ship toward the exit of the cave, and I yell over my shoulder like, "Brick, I might need you up here. I don't know what we're gonna face up there."
All right. Just need a couple minutes. 1 minute. 30 seconds. And
That's a lot of time now.
Get up and pull my belt off. Start wrapping it around her leg to tourniquet her leg.
Oh, the pain causes her to cry out again.
No real medical training.
I got it. She says, I got it.
I say, okay. Good luck with this. And then I go run down the hall.
I'm heading the ship toward the entrance or the exit of the cave.
It's a tight fit, with the horizon just clearing the edges of the cave. The wreckage of the ship that brought you here lies burning, fragmented at the entrance to the cave.
I just fly right past it. I look at Brick.
I just don't even acknowledge him. Sit down at a station and quickly divert power to maneuverability.
Some small arms fire bounces off the hull plating of the horizon as it passes through the hologram out into the canyon itself. The moon bright overhead.
So, Brick, do you have let's head to this old fellow place.
The Shady Acres.
Shady Acres.
Just typing away.
Get Evelyn. And maybe have her look at Isabella or something.
Just I don't even respond to Alan as I'm quickly just trying to run a quick diagnostic to see what's been done to the ship and what it's been up to for a while.
Some slicing software has been attempted to be loaded in to the ship's controls, but is rather rudimentary. Just with enough time, perhaps it could have brute forced its way in, but
they've been messing with it. Start trying to I'm gonna try to set up my own ice protective program to purge this invading program.
Go ahead and roll.
I set the course of the ship toward the Shady Acre.
Crit.
And I look at the sensor, making sure that nobody's following us.
The horizon moving quickly now, much faster than ground vehicles, much faster than air taxis, quickly outpacing any other vehicles in the immediate vicinity. Some activity around that canyon entrance, but soon it disappears just in ground noise.
Brick, how's the thruster?
He's still down. The other ones are a little worse for wear than I expected. I guess that burn-in you did on the way planet side probably caused a little more damage than I thought. But we should be able to get to the station. No
And
problem.
hopefully I have like some help to fix him there. And I look over
We
in
need
the.
parts is what we need.
She needs to survive.
Yeah. We need some help. Typing in some stuff.
Shady
look
Acres
at
over
it,
there.
Shady Acres at current velocity, maybe 20 minutes out.
Lean back and I look over at Alan. I go, wow. I only got one AM3 on board. It might be the last AM3 on the planet, though.
If only you had helped me like load that dolly.
Well, you wanted to live, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean leave behind?
Load up the dolly that I brought to load up all those canisters of the AM3.
Yeah. Listen,
No,
I
you
had
have
to
to
do
fucking explain
pre-flight.
like
I
this.
gotta do pre-flight. I did. You're saying I should just leave Isabella to bleed out and die?
We could have get her afterward. Anyway,
were you there?
I was.
Okay. It just seemed like it was a little tight on the time. I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah. I just don't want you to say you should have got the dolly like 5 more times. I don't want to hear that over and over in my head.
nah,
Or
that's all
mouth.
right. That's in the past now. That's in the past now.
Whatever you say, buddy. God. Remembering those times, I've heard I told you so.
I'm getting my tobacco from my jacket. I roll up a cigarette. Look at Brick. You want a coffee?
I want a drink.
That's not a bad idea.
Make sure we don't crash into anything. I'll be right back. And
Yeah. Bring back a
stand
coffee.
up. Go over to start walking towards the back of the ship where Isabel was last seen.
Propped up, her back to the bulkhead of the hallway of the ship, she has a communicator out, looking at her blood smeared fingers have left some traces on the glass screen of the communicator. Picture of Clara there. She's conscious, though not moving breathing shallowly. Looks like she's been crying.
I notice, after noticing the scene, I stand in the doorway and just watch. I say, try to get it a look to see if she's bleeding anymore. In the distance.
Smaller pool of blood underneath her leg, but the tourniquet has helped somewhat.
You want a coffee?
Coffee? No, I don't want a coffee. I'm still cold.
There's a blanket over there in that locker.
May as well be on mythic Earth for all the good it's going to do me from where I am. Could you maybe hand it to me? She points at her leg, all mangled I'm not moving around much.
Walk over towards the locker.
She's dead. She's dead now.
I'm just smoking in the cockpit, piloting the ship. Take off my jacket.
I grab the blanket out of the locker, go hand it to her. Say,
She takes it. Thank you.
Sorry about Clara. I gotta go take care of some stuff. Just walk off.
weeping softly as you as the sound of her weeping softly fades as you walk away.
Head towards my quarters and get a bottle from Foot Locker and 1-2 like I've done it a million times. Walk over towards the mess hall / common area and hit a button on a old garbage coffee Keurig.
It whirs loudly to life.
Yeah. I got Alan's mug in there.
I'm taking I take the gun out of my pants, the Skullface gun and Claire's gun. I look at them. I put them on a little table next to me. I didn't need those after all.
Walking into the cockpit, set the coffee mug down next to Alan. Sit down and while I sit down in the spot I was in, sensors and power distribution.
Grab my coffee mug. I take a taste. I look at Brick. Did you put anything in there?
Not yet. Pull out my bottle.
I extend my arm.
Pour a little.
I bring it back. Thanks, mate.
I don't know if it was clear, but Claire's dead.
Yeah, I got that.
Isabella's
Without
not
maybe
happy
say
about
some
it.
words. Yeah, might have to say some words or something.
Yeah, just let us know what she wants to do, I think.
I assume she want to go back to our station.
That's a coincidence.
What's that thing she had with her?
I don't know. Some kind of looked like a server. You want me to connect the ship to it?
Maybe you want to peek in it. So yeah. We got a few minutes.
I want to peek.
I'd be curious.
I take one
Try
long swig.
to
Set the
try
bottle
and-
down.
try to be subtle about it, and let not her see you.
Yeah, I don't think
maybe
she's.
freak out.
Yeah, okay. Get up, head towards the back again. I say, yeah, we got a pretty bad Salisbury steak. If you're interested in that.
Thanks. I'm not hungry.
Making my way around casually towards the big canister of AM3 where I set the server. And I looking at the AM3, other hand slyly grabs the server.
Hey, John, she's Isabel. Calls out to you.
Yeah. What?
Can you? I need to get back to the station.
That's where we're going. We figured you needed medical attention, so
yeah,
we got to make a quick stop first.
Well, I hope it's not too long. It seems like Divot's death was exaggerated.
Yeah. He still seems like he wants to do business with me, though, so that's kind of promising.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think
if we can get that server, there won't be much business that he'll be able to do.
Why is that?
That's the true wealth of that vault.
Oh, it's got like blackmail stuff on it.
I think it's more valuable than just salacious pictures. No, this is all of the accounts, the digital vault, as it were.
No kidding. Huh.
with that, I'll be able to take controlling interest in the gate. We'll be able to finance the buyouts that we need to in order to get some real. Sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking. Pain.
Well,
Do you have anything for the pain?
we gotta do just booze, but I don't think you should do that with a wound like that.
You don't have any. You have nothing. No painkillers. Nothing.
You just use booze.
She reaches out a hand.
I don't think this is a good idea.
She says, oh, maybe I'll just pass out.
That's a spirit. Talk to you later. And so as I turn, I slide the server over so it's in front of me and just kind of make my way out of the room.
In the cockpit, of the horizon, a proximity warning. Ding. Approaching Shady Acres. The sun is just starting to peek over the horizon. Sunrise approaches.
I go on the intercom to the engineering bay. I say, Brick, we'll be there soon.
I'm about I'm shouting distance away down the hall. I say, I'm on my way. And 10 seconds later, I'm going into the bridge.
So did you have a chance to look at it? I know it's not much time, eh?
She said it has a bunch of like cash accounts on it or something. I don't know. It sounded like it's super valuable.
Could that be our payday?
It sounds like it's super valuable. So I set it up next to another terminal. I I dig my hand into a side cubby and pull out some wires, start connecting them.
Recessed into the server itself is that strange metal key that she had. It's actually into the machine, into the server. It's visible just from the end of the key as it pushed in and turned.
I say, hey, that's the key.
I'm just moving the ship above the Shady Acre, looking for a place to land that's close to the shack of the old man.
An open field just to the east of the Shady Acres has just a few small sagebrush, though the horizon takes up that entire space.
I look at the Brick. I say, so what do you want to do with this server and this? Keep it to ourselves? We'll have it?
I want to see what's in it first. If it's totally worthless to us, but good for her, then I as well get some goodwill out of it. She's going to be running that gate.
Maybe you can have a sharing thing, right?
I was thinking like a sharing thing, yeah. Or
she did help us.
Well, we did save her life, so
we did save her life.
She kind of owes us too.
Can almost say that we did twice.
I'm okay with saying it was twice.
Yeah.
I like saying twice. I like playing with the key. Just inspecting it externally more than plugging it in, yeah.
I bring the ship down.
The ship settles next to the trailer. A figure emerges from the trailer onto the small deck, looks over at the horizon, sheltering her eyes as the dust kicks up from the thrusters as the horizon then settles on its landing gear. Evelyn's already outside.
I get up my chair.
I lean back, prop my feet up, clear that I'm not going to move from the spot. As I'm messing,
Still take care of
as I'm
that.
messing with the server.
I just raise my hand, indicated that's all right. I'll take care of it. I head toward the port, bring the ramp down.
Evelyn already walking towards the ship in the early dawn.
I wave at her. I say, "You got all the stuff you ready? We're a bit in a rush here."
In her hand, a small leather satchel, a duffel bag of sorts. Ready to go, she says. We getting off this rock? I haven't heard. I feared the worst.
Do you have my revolver still? No, I gave it to the old man.
No. Well, I haven't. Harlan hasn't come back yet. He's still at Pillartown. Is it really that important? I thought you had a gun on the ship, you said.
Yeah, but it's always you. Never mind. Come on in.
She walks up onto the ramp and into the ship.
I said you wouldn't happen to know any kind of first aid or medicine kind of.
She stops,
right?
Seeing the form of Isabel passed out, the makeshift tourniquet on her leg. What? She drops the leather satchel and rushes to the other woman's side, checks her pulse quickly. She needs medical attention fast.
Yeah, you seem to, take care of her. We're going off on the station.
I'll do what I can, but I don't have any equipment. I mean, this is
I point toward like the mess hall. I said there's a first aid kit there, but I think it's mostly empty, to be honest. I've meant to refill it a while ago, but I always keep forgetting. Maybe
can you get it for me?
Well, I need. All right, and I move toward the mess hall.
She's talking to Isabel. She's like, "Stay with me. Are you like trying to wake up?" She's trying to keep her conscious.
I take the little plastic box from the wall, the little pin that holds it there.
It's
pretty light.
I hit the large button on a console next to me and say, "Alan, we getting out of here ever?" Or...
I yell back. I say like, "Be a minute." I move back to Evelyn. I say like, "Well, maybe you'll find something useful in there." But
she opens it up, rummages through, finds a few rolls of gauze. I think it's better than nothing. Takes the one plastic glove that's there and puts that on.
I'm not sticking around. I'm heading already toward the cockpit.
She goes to work behind you.
I flip up the ramp so the ramp closes as I'm lifting up.
I'm looking at the server. I find another port. I resolve to go ahead and connect it into the terminal here now with the wires.
It connects through. Go ahead and roll your hacking.
Typing away. And I send my own slicing program into it to break through this.
It appears as though the digital firewalls on the server are rudimentary. Most of the security is that key, an odd way of doing things. But then when the contents of the server are revealed by the slicing program, it becomes more apparent. This is a digital wallet wherein he keeps all of his deeds for the various businesses, his share interests, all of those things that are registered here, all in marketable form, like bearer bonds.
I'm heading the ship toward the orbit.
Jackpot! As typing away.
I had my finger on the intercom but before I pressed, like when Brick said jackpot, I turned to him and say, "What'd you phone?"
We're rich, brother. We pretty much own a bunch of this planet, apparently. So I don't know. Got a lot of money.
I don't know if I want to own that place.
Well, then we got a whole lot of leverage.
Let's think about it. And I press on the intercom button. I say, ladies, you might want to grab onto something. We're blasting off planet.
Isabel shouts in acknowledgement.
And I pull full power to the thruster. Send the ship toward towards space.
The ship rockets out of Shady Acres with such velocity that it lifts the little trailer up and then it thuds back down on its little pedestal. Spire air traffic control or space control comes on, the querying why the sudden departure, and you're in controlled airspace. But by the time that you could respond, you're already into the upper troposphere of the and climbing towards space.
Yeah, they didn't do me good anyway.
I take a moment to stop looking at the server and flip on the sensors. Make sure we aren't being followed.
I assume the vet is going to send somebody after us now with this server thing, right? If he's not dead, he's not going to stop like chasing us.
The sensors pick up one ship coming up from the spire after you, departing right after.
We might have a problem. Looks like someone's following us off-world.
Can you tell what kind of ship it is?
I divert power into the hull to make into our sides. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Engines to make us faster.
The whole ship shudders again as it breaks up, now leaving the last vestiges of the atmosphere into space, now accelerating much faster.
If we get a chase, Brick, now we're gonna suffer from having this thruster tree down.
Let me go see what I can do with that AM3.
Yeah.
Get up. I start walking towards the back of the ship.
Blood on her hands, Isabel passes in the hallway. She's conscious. She says we have to go to the branch station. She says, go to the branch station.
I'm busy. And I just walk past her.
She shakes her head and then heads towards the cockpit, where she again announces, Isabel says that we need to, she's the owner now of branch station. It's a high port here.
Yeah, we've been there before. But we have company now, so we might be delayed a bit.
Okay. Isabel,
she gonna survive?
Well, it's gonna be touch and go until we can get her to an actual medical facility. But if that's Isabel Branch, just get her to her station, and should be okay if we can get her there.
Enter into the back cargo area and walk over to the AM3. Find the pressure meter and set it so that I can tell how much volume is on it.
The pressure meter comes back full. The canister is topped up absolutely to the brim.
I go, yeah. And I walk over to where my personal dolly is, deeper in the cargo area.
I look at Evelyn and I say, can you ask Isabella if she's conscious? What kind of, how is there security on branch station? Can they give us some cover if we're being followed there?
I'll ask. She runs back.
I take the dolly, move it over to the AM3, pick it up and start walking it towards the ship tanks.
I'm maneuvering the ship vaguely toward branch station, keeping an eye on the sensor.
The intercom buzzes. It's Evelyn. I've got Isabel here. She says if you could, with the ship, if you could patch her through to branch station, then she can authorize an escort.
I'll hail them.
I'm hearing the communication, and I hit my personal communicator. Connects down. I say, "Hey, can you hear me on this?"
Yeah, I got you.
I say, "If we take this server to the station, she might insist that we give it to her." Just saying.
So what do you want to do?
I don't know. She doesn't have to get. I don't know. We just need to. I think she's not unconscious, so.
Could you extract everything of worth in that server and just give her like the empty shell?
I don't know. That'd take a little time. I give it a try, but I mean, as soon as you dock with this station,
she might be busy with getting the medical attention. We might try to divert her with that.
She's got a real willing to risk her life for this server vibe to her. I don't know. I'm taking hoses, attaching it to this canister, and I pull this massive lever, start drawing the AM3 out of it.
I'm sending a hailing signal to a branch station.
Branch station comes in. This is branch station to vessel approaching.
Yes, this is Captain Richard from the Horizon.
The Horizon. Okay.
Yes, we would like to have some escort or protection. We might be followed. We're having Isabella Branch on board.
I'm gonna need some proof of that, sir.
She's badly injured. She'll need medical attention. If you could give us a place to port,
can I have some kind of proof of life? Then we'll be happy to oblige.
I can't exactly bring her to the communicator right now. I think you'll have to chance it.
Hold on.
Might be a matter of life or death.
Hold on, I'll be right back to you. The communication line goes dead, and then a second hail comes in. The second hail coming from the ship chasing.
So, yo, what's up?
The chase ship calls out to the Horizon. Hello, come in Horizon. Come on Horizon. This is Eberlein Security. Eberlein Security. Prepared. Shut off your thrusters. Prepare to be boarded.
I think we'll take a pass on that. Thank you. We're not interested. We don't need security right now.
That wasn't a request. The voice of Sheriff Cyril B. Rhodes comes through. I'm not asking. I'm telling. We've got reports of, well, we got lots of reports.
I'm watching the meter on the AM3 tank reduce as my ship is picking up some stuff. I'm just like watching.
Evelyn comes on the intercom again. What if can't we just use the intercom? I mean, I could try to move her to it's risky, but I can move her to the cockpit.
Yeah, we can try that. I can patch you to the intercom. I hail back to the I communicate back to the Rhodes, and I say, just give me a minute, my dear. I just need to take care of something here. And then I close that channel.
He starts to, and the line goes dead.
And I say, and I go back on the branch channel. I say, branch station, this is the Horizon. I'll patch you through Isabella branch.
Okay.
And then I pull some switch to patch the intercom to the hailing to the messaging system.
Though her voice is weak, Isabel speaks up. This is Isabel Branch. Who's working flight control tonight? It's Carrie, sir. Carrie, ma'am. Carrie. All right, Carrie. Listen, there's been a terrible tragedy. I need you to escort us in. Under no circumstances should we be boarded by anyone else. Please, please. It's very important. I have an essential piece of equipment that I've brought at great personal cost. I'm badly injured. Will require some medical attention as soon as we dock.
As I hear her mention that, like, I shake my head. I say, "Oh, fuck, it's big mouth."
I hit my communicator and I say, Alan.
Yeah, Brick.
We're about to be poor again.
What happened?
They know about the server. Are you not listening?
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
I heard it on the intercom.
Should we risk it with Rhodes?
2 fast attack craft exit the branch station, streaking towards the horizon. They loop you into their communications as weapons pods fire up. You're outside your jurisdiction, Sheriff. This is now a high port affair. Branch station has jurisdiction here. Please turn back. Sheriff.
I talked to Brig. I said, well, I guess the dice is cast now.
Should we go with the sheriff?
It's a bit late for that now, right?
Yeah, I'm worried he's working for Divid anyways. So.
Let's hope that...
at least this way we won't die, probably.
Let's hope that Branch is going to be generous toward us.
Yeah. Let's rely on that. Okay. Well, whatever. It was fun being rich for a minute.
I bring the ship...
uncouple the tank already.
I navigate the ship toward, to pass between the 2 escort fighter ship.
I run back up to the bridge.
The 2 escort craft lead the Horizon in to a large dock. This station is not the same station that was originally the birth of the Horizon. Instead, this station is much nicer equipped than the other, in good running order, and not far from the main gate of Eberlein, though the gate has been unfunctioning for quite some time.
I walk into the bridge. I say, let me see, maybe I can pull something off of the server. I desperately try to type in start frantically typing into the keyboard.
Roll hacking.
I look at Brick. I say, Brick, maybe it's just time to go with the flow. We'll see where that goes. I hail the branch station. I say, we're about to port, Branch.
We have docking bay ready for you. C5, docking bay C5. Escorts will bring you right in. We have a medical team standing by.
All right, perfect. I'm getting in position. Then I navigate the ship over there. Starting
It's
to
quite a
reduce like, the
large
thrust.
dry dock, almost space dock.
This is much nicer than the place we used to stay, you know? It's like a 5-star hotel.
Can you pull your head out of your ass? We got basically a fortune sitting right here, and we're just gonna give it away.
Easy come, easy go, Brick.
It's not easy come, easy go. You always say easy come, easy go. I want it to be. It was hard to come, and now I want it to be hard to go. So maybe we take the key, we hide the key, use that as leverage. I'm not getting anything in this.
I think we're out of option.
Just put my head in my hands. And just
Let's
looking,
hope they're just
looking
gonna
around
reward us.
frantically. I
Let's
say,
hope they're just gonna reward us in some way. You know, we're gonna plead a good case that we should have be seen as good partner.
yeah, you ever heard the phrase, good fences make good neighbors? Or something like that? I take the key out of the server. My screen goes black. And,
All right. Let's try not to make more enemies, though.
Let's try and make a little scratch so we can get the hell out of here. And I walk into the back towards the secret smuggler's cargo bay. So it's underneath my my bed.
Inside a dry dock. Island the ship.
The dry dock
Open up the
facility
ramp.
has grav plates on it. The ship settles down, umbilicals extend, securing the ship in place, preventing any accidental static discharge that may have built on the hull from your rapid ascent out of Eberlein atmosphere. As the main dry dock doors close and the dock begins to repressurize, a medical team stands waiting for the horizon to give access.
I lower down the ramp, the access ramp. I start shutting down the engine.
I almost out of breath from all the sprinting I've been doing up and down the ship. I put my hands underneath my bed. There's a little keypad under there. It goes, and then my bed slides over, revealing a small compartment underneath it. And I just toss the key in it, and then enter in a new code, and it closes. I take the large server. No, never mind. I don't have a server.
I get off my chair. I grab my coat, put it in my jacket. Put it in my shoulder. I just reach in the pocket, get my tobacco. I move toward the ramp.
Standing outside the ramp, there's a medical team. Looks like a few nurses, a trauma surgeon, perhaps, doctor, all wearing white, the ubiquitous white overcoat of the medical profession. No cowboy hats in sight.
I look at them and I say, well, you got permission to board.
Let's go. And they rush in to find Isabel on the ground. They immediately start taking over care, lift her onto the gurney. They have an anti-grav gurney, some IVs appropriate. They're like, yep, oh, prep surgery. We're going to take her right in. Standing with them, though not wearing medical attire, is another man. Man comes up to you, comes up to Alan, extends his hand out to shake.
I look at the end and I look at the man in the eyes.
So my name's Clarence Branch. I see you have
I'm
my sister here.
I'm walking towards the bridge now. Just like rubbing my hands nervously, sweaty palms.
I understand from my sister's communication that she had something of very great value. Sounds like it costs our family more than we can bear. I
You'll have
trust you have
to
it.
you'll have to take that with her when she's come true, because I'm not in the know what she's talking about and stuff like that. Like, so I don't know what she was pretty delirious too.
His
She's pretty
eyes
badly
dark.
injured.
Yes. Well, again, we thank you for bringing her back to us. I'm sure we'll get all the circumstances of her return and of my mother's demise.
I'm sorry for your mother,
soon.
by the way.
We have
We did
accommodations
manage
set
to
up
save
for you.
your we did manage to save your sister's life twice. So, but for the mother, once wasn't enough. I'm sorry.
I plop down on the seat, my seat, and I bring up the sort of a quick range of measures of different things in the ship, and take a look to see how many units of AM3 were in the canister.
A full 8 units of AM3. Enough for a couple jumps easily.
I'd give a little fist pump.
I throw my jacket on a bench near the little bench near the ramp, and I start rolling a cigarette. I look at Clarence.
Sorry, we don't allow smoking in the hangar. There's just too many volatile things. Can only smoke on this station in designated areas. But you know what? Don't worry about it. It's the least. I mean, you saved my sister. What can I say?
I light up the cigarette. I say, well, I guess that's at least some kind of reward.
Right. All right. Well, I'm sure we'll talk soon once Isabel's stable.
Can you get us some accommodation? I would die to have a bath. And
yeah, it's already set up. We've got you set up in the nicest hotel.
I am turning on this, taking a look at the sensors to see if what the sheriff's ship is doing.
Diverted to the other station in orbit around Eberlein.
How's it going, Al?
Take my communicator from my pocket. Well, I guess it's going fine. They took away like Isabella, and I met his brother. So I guess she's not the owner now, or I don't know what's gonna work in that family.
We got 8 units of AM3. Just need to get off the ship or off the station.
You're ready. You're in a hurry to leave.
We got to leave before they realize what they're missing.
Man, I would have killed for a bath and a good night's sleep.
You can have as many baths as you want when we're in the core sectors. Don't you want to have a real bath, or do you want to have a shithole shipyard bath?
All right, man. I hang out the communicator. I go a few steps down the ramp and say, Clarence.
Clarence turns as he's walking out of the hangar and into the station proper. Yes, Alan.
We have some business to finish outside the station. Can you just like let us go? We'll be back. Just pour a hot warm bath for me, please.
Sorry. Until we know what this item is that my sister was so dead set on, enough to trade the life of my mother for it, no one's going to be leaving this station.
Wait, so now we're prisoner? Is that what you're saying?
You're
We
free to
save your
move
sister?
around. Your ship is not. And you're welcome to move around on the station, though, yes, you are prisoners here until I know what that item is.
That's not gonna work for me.
I could not care less. And he leaves the hangar. Evelyn, having walked the Isabel with the medical staff towards their exit, now turns, wiping her hands on some disinfectant wipes to clean them off from the blood. She walks towards Alan. So what's that all about? We're prisoners now? Why aren't we heroes? What are
Because
you
that's real
guys
life.
playing at?
We're not on a TV show, girl. You don't get
Well, I
heroes by
didn't-
saving people.
Some gratitude. She lets the disinfected wipe, now stained pink, just fall to the hangar floor.
I reach my pocket, take my communicator. Brick?
Yeah, it looks like they diverted the sheriff to the
And
other
they don't want
station.
they don't want us to let us leave. Can you do something about that?
Yeah.
Can you lock those door?
What a surprise.
We
Yeah,
just need a
I
moment.
can. There's going to be some physical security there.
Anything we can
let-
work with? They're gonna send the escort against us. Should we fix the reactor first?
You mean the thruster?
The thruster, yeah, sorry.
No, we don't need the thruster to jump.
We don't need the thruster to jump, but if gonna send the escort against us, we might need a thruster to lose them before we jump.
No, it's a different system. The space engines, it's just a maneuverability thing.
Yeah, but if we were sitting duck while the jump is getting calculated.
Yeah.
Should we risk it?
They probably have they probably have some pretty fast fighters on here, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, where you see what they sent to help us, right? To help us, I guess.
Well, I stashed. Well, I'll talk to you in person. Let's stay off the comms.
I'm coming.
Now.
Yeah, I'm coming to the bridge.
I just take my comm off and I put it in a drawer.
Wait, so where am I in all this? Evelyn says.
You might want to hang on the ship for now.
Okay.
If you want out of here.
I definitely want out of here. This isn't far enough for me.
Then sit tight and hang out.
Sounds like a plan.
Start walking towards the back. Towards the I walk over towards thruster 3.
As I see Brick pass, I start following him.
Oh, wait a minute.
Evelyn walks past up the ramp. She calls back towards the two of you. Hey, still would like to hear the story. Did you manage to grease Divot? Is that why I had to run? I mean, that sounds like a hell of a story.
No offense, lady, but you make clothes and bad decisions. So if you could just go over to the other room, we'll call you when you're needed.
She flips you the bird.
We don't have time for chit chat right now. Like, I'm sorry, we need to think
because
clearly.
we're going places. She says. She rolls her eyes and walks up the ramp.
Yes or no or maybe, but we only know if you can let us figure out something. Sorry, just sit tight.
Yeah.
There's coffee maker over there.
Go think of a great plan. How about that? I just lean back again. I go back into the thruster room. I'm gonna start working on this thruster number 3, but anyways, talk to me over here.
Well, can you fix it from here? Or do you need part? You said.
Yeah, I do need parts. Maybe we can get them to fix our
How long do we
ship.
have?
I
You
don't
can
know.
do it fast.
We're imprisoned. Maybe I can convince some of these gearheads to give me some stuff.
How long do you think you need?
It could be like a day, maybe longer, depending on the problem.
I don't know how long we have before Claire can talk. She's probably like surgery, I guess. So she's probably gonna be on there for a little while.
This ship has this problem where when you start fixing stuff, you start finding more problems with it. So we really need to get into the core systems to get a real overhaul. And we got the money to do it now.
Yeah, I guess.
I can keep working on trying to transfer some of the deeds. Maybe we should spend our time doing that.
Oh, that's an idea too. So now you have the server. You have time to empty it.
Yeah, or at least take our piece and then negotiate for another. Might still get out of this legitimately with some good, semi-legitimately with some good cash.
Could we make her think that she got the wrong thing?
I have a feeling she knows what it looks like. I think we should not be too greedy with the steel, but then ask for a good piece of it after, based on our good intentions of returning it.
Because I'm gonna be honest. Owning a bunch of shit on the dirt hole.
Yeah, I agree. I want to liquidate it.
Yes.
All right. Well, let me see what I can do.
Yeah, I'll go.
You gotta give me. You gotta tell me if they start coming into the ship, because I gotta hide the key. If they start coming in here, if they catch me with the key in it, then it's like, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were going to work on the thruster. No, you're right. Because even if we jump, having a server with all those assets here, it's not going to do much good, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah. No, I get you.
Do you?
Yeah. No, I do. It's like there's all those plans around, right? Just like, things get complicated.
What do you think the plan is?
You extract some of the asset from the server.
Yeah.
So we have some leverage.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're on the same page.
Right.
We need parts. I don't want, if we're super rich, I want to start getting good parts in this ship. I don't want to be getting outworld trash parts. You know what I mean? So
I'd like to get a gun on that ship.
Well, we got guns now. I
pull out
my pistol from
a gun on the ship.
Oh, yeah.
So we can fight back if you like motherfucker come after us.
Say, good idea. I'm gonna go work on that thing. I walk over to my room.
I go back to the mess hall.
Evelyn's making some coffee in the. Hey, coffee? I think this is coffee.
I extend my hand and I grab the cup that she just made, and I grab it. Thanks. And I start drinking it.
My pleasure. She grabs a second cup, pours a little bit. Oh, wow. That's going to take some getting used to. Tastes a little like degreaser, but I'm sure it'll work. It'll do the job. I think, guys, this is a good place to call it here on the ship. So let's call the session right here, unless you absolutely tell me I'm wrong.
It feels like a good
pause.
lull.
Yeah,
it's not. We talk about not cliffhangers. This is
so I'm purposely not doing a cliffhanger.
Yeah. You're like the security guard knocks on your door.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing a full search right now. Yeah, let's toss up.
No, that seemed like we reached some conclusion.
Yeah.
And
semi-plan.
a semi-plan.
You had some time to strategize in character, of course, which is what we look for.
So I enjoyed the session. Good job, Crispy.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. How about you, Max? Did you like it?
Yes, it took me a while to get into it, though. I gotta say,
Mhm.
I don't know why I was distracted at first. The whole like getting into the cave and stuff like that. I felt
Oh,
like I was
yes.
on my A game there.
Yeah, it was a little different.
You know why? Because it's like it was kind of like 3 proverbial doors
Yes.
into the
Yeah.
cave.
Yes, it was.
It's
The
like,
hologram,
we get out
then
the
the
we get
cave
out the
entrance.
ship. Yeah.
Then, yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
Get
And I
out
feel like
the
that-
ship.
that-
Get out the-
there's a few time that's like I said something and then it wasn't understood. Like it seemed like we weren't always on the same page about where thing were and what thing, because like at some point I said that I put Isabella on the ship and then like you had to bring her on again, right? And I just say, well, okay, I guess I didn't.
Well,
But maybe I wasn't clear.
You said that you so it was probably because of my understanding. You said you dropped her at the end of the ramp. And I was like,
Yeah,
I thought that meant at the outside of the ramp.
I meant on the inside.
in the inside.
That
Yeah,
makes more sense.
that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know why I would have. I just run with her and just like fucking drop her off.
Like right here, bitch.
Walk the rest.
Crawl, bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. That makes more sense. It certainly made a dramatic exit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
I liked your piloting thing to point the main thrusters at that big
Yes.
robot and
You're always
blow it
like-
off its feet.
You're always letting gravity do things to the ship, though.
Yes. That was good. That was a good time to use your karma for that crit.
That part where he like vaporizes the catwalk and I roll a 1. I'm like, hero dice, hero dice, hero dice. You're like, you're about to die. I'm like, no, hero dice. I promise, Crispy.
Yeah, it was a good move to use the hero dice at that
It was
point.
a good move, yeah.
Well, let's see. We had a few comments, so we'll just quickly show. We got some return watchers, Marzaic.
Before we read the comments, there's
Yes,
one
sir.
thing I wanted to talk about. Because we heard this a couple times. I think our group, the 3 of us, thought that the second session was not as good as the first session.
Mhm.
Collectively, we thought that.
Yes.
But we heard a lot of positive things about the second session. And I was thinking it's because it's still like really good to listen to, but it didn't feel like we had as much agency,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
In this session, I don't know if it was good to listen to, but I felt a whole lot more agency. And
Yeah,
I
that's
enjoyed it a lot more.
Well, in the end, it's
Before
not
we
a
read the
spectator
comments,
sport,
let's-
right? Like this is not a spectator's hobby.
Right.
So it's more important to me that hear that feedback from you, Phil.
Exactly. And we're trying to demonstrate the style.
Mhm.
We're not trying to put on a radio show. We're
No.
trying to show people how we like to role play. As opposed to, but anyways, I just wanted to say that before we read the comments.
But that's
Well, thank you.
that's a fair point, because if we're just trying to make a show,
Mhm.
it'd be much easier to commit with like, I have an idea where we're going, have some kind of script, have some kind of corp ready,
Sure.
right? So
Yeah.
like some show do that, right? Like,
Sure.
but that's not what we're doing. We're actually
Are
playing
you,
a game.
are you
right?
about to start an internet feud right now?
Yes.
With Critical Role? Do we have an internet feud with Critical Role right now?
Oh, wow.
Well, it's not a feud. Like we're not doing the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
We're just
right?
not doing the same thing now. That's
We're
true.
not just doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Critical Role's been real quiet since Max said that shit. Anyway, sorry. Let's read the comments.
So we had some. I was just saying thank you for those return watchers. I see we've got Marzaic. I don't know if you're saying your name right, but thank you for dropping in. Our friend Dice Tales came in with what I should have said, and I was trying to remember this. Dice, I was trying to remember. Heave to and prepare to be boarded. I was trying to remember. I'm not a sailor, but So we are landlubbers, exactly.
Well, not
and
Phil.
I've never
John
heard that.
Rian McGregor, thank you for dropping by. Glad to have you here.
You're
Thanks
good,
for
John
watching.
Rian.
Easy come, easy go. He had a few comments here. Our friend St. James back. Hard to come. Pause. Brick. Pause. No brick. No. I don't know what that was for, but I'm sure.
I love that, like, because that's like the comeback I was going with, easy come, easy go, right?
Yes.
And it's like I'm trying to play like this,
Mhm.
Richard's kind of like a bit detached,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're just like, you know what, just we'll see, right?
We lost
And-
trillions and
Yeah, that's right.
no.
So,
But I like
John
how
is
you, I like how you went like,
make a
no,
copy, make a
that was
copy.
hard to come. I like it to be hard to go.
Yes, hard to come by, but hard to leave. So, some good comments here. It was fun. Yeah, Dave, I hope you enjoyed on the rewatch, and thank you for watching. And then last comment here, Phil and Max is right, 100%. This is an RPG, not Shakespeare in the Park. Exactly. So it's it is supposed to be a game for the benefit of myself and the players equally. And that I have to say myself, echoing Phil's sentiment earlier, I do think that this was a better session than our second session. It was closer to the first session, and I think there was just a better feel overall that the players were driving the session forward and not my NPCs. If you rewatch the second session, the NPCs drove things forward more than the players had opportunity to do so. So there was less of that there, although obviously I want NPCs to have their own goals and be actively pursuing those goals, which I was trying to do with Isabel. So
You did it well there, right? She's just like, you know, you went to do her thing, then she came back, and then like, you know, that was fine. That was
So yeah,
and
we
then like
talked.
she was injured, so it was all like, you know, she
Mhm.
didn't overtake the session, but
Mhm.
she made sense when she was there.
Right.
Yeah.
We talked about how when something that Max put a video out recently, I think it was today, but that was about how if the NPCs, if it looks like the GM's trying to get rid of an NPC, then the players should accept that, or if the players are trying to get rid of whatever. But I felt like we broke that with Isabella because she was about to just get killed.
Yes.
I was like, okay, see you later, NPC. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to just watch this bitch die. You know, it's kind of
And then it's funny because you were like you were instrumental in getting her onto the ship. And
yeah.
at the same time, now you're more antagonistic with her than Alan is now that she's on the ship.
Well,
Like,
she's not
it's
gonna
like-
die now. I can't just watch her die.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
she was just right there, right? And
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like she had, you know, I felt it would have been out of character, at least for
Yeah.
Alan not to do anything.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because her mom had just died or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
I was trying to
man.
do that. I was trying to do that, you know, that she's devastated now, like it's
Yeah.
all gone wrong, the plans are all awry, just at the moment where she had what she needed, and then everything goes poorly.
I'm so sad Divot's not dead.
Yeah, I had a
That's-
great picture for Divot. You didn't end up going there, so it never I never showed it, but I think I'll just because I don't know. I'll just show it because I think it's awesome.
No, well, we don't know if we're gonna be.
Well,
Well, you may not. Well, maybe I won't.
We haven't
Okay,
left
so
the
I
system
won't.
yet.
I won't
Yeah.
even.
Yeah,
I won't
we're-
even show it. So maybe it'll come up. Maybe it
we
won't.
might try to make a deal with the sheriff still.
You never. You might still. Who knows?
I mean, if this Isabel is just gonna take the whole server for herself, I'd much rather split it with Divot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
An interested
Exactly.
buyer.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You greedy bastard.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for, man. I'm here for my daughter. You know what I mean? Doing it for my
Yeah.
daughter.
That's right. You're still the family man, aren't you? Like you're.
I have my
Well,
own
kind of.
alliance. I have my own
Yeah.
alliance. It's called my
There we
family.
go. Exactly.
No loyalty to these hoes.
Except for your womb brother,
Yeah,
who's not
my
really the
womb
womb brother, right? Rude. So the orphans.
No.
All right. Well, we'll end the stream there. It's we're 2 hours in. Thank you very much for everyone that dropped by to watch us play through this. We hope that we're giving you a little bit of a taste of our style of role playing, where the players and myself were trying to be in character the whole time. Minimal amount of system talk, all in character as much as we can, and then have the players drive things forward. So and just react to them. Very little prep on my part. Very little, just a few artifacts here and there that I'll grab and use if they come up. And if they don't come up, then, oh, well, that's okay. easy come, easy go, as my players have rightfully stated. So we'll call it there. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Hard come
Yes, that's right.
to come.
No, Phil, no, Brick, no. All right. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
Okay.